Hi ReVamp Mommies and Friends, welcome back to ReVamp Mommy channel, and thank you for joining me for another pregnancy update video. Y'all, this time is moving so fast. I probably say that every time I do one of these videos, but I'm telling you, like, yeah, the time is really going so fast. I am 27 weeks, and hopefully you'll see this video before I hit the 28th mark. I only have the rest of this week to go, and then I'll be in my third trimester. So I wanted to get something out to you all before I actually go into the third trimester, because I understand that with the third trimester there are different things that begin to happen with the body. But I wanted to update you on just where I'm at right now, just in the pregnancy, the things that I've been experiencing just throughout this pregnancy, and just how it's a little different from my first pregnancy. In a good way though. So in my last video I shared with you that I was interested in hiring a doula, and so we met with a couple of doulas and I decided to actually hire one, and I'm so glad that I did, because just where we are, we live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Both of our families are, well, his family is probably like 4 hours away. My family is a little further away, maybe like 6 to 10 hours away, depending on who's coming. And so I just knew that we would need that support, and the fact that I am interested in doing a VBAC, that's something else that, you know, I want to just take in mind, because I never really experienced the laboring process nor the delivery. I just had a cesarean and that was it. And so I never dealt with contractions, or I never took a birthing class or anything like that. Hiring a doula will kind of give me that, where I can become a little more educated about labor and delivery, as to prepare, and then also just having that extra support. You know, if I need somebody there with me while I'm in the laboring process, then if Ty, my husband, needs to tend to Taylor, you know, we just have somebody there with us to support us as we give birth to this handsome little baby boy. So yes, I hired a doula. We have not had our first prenatal appointment yet, but I think we're planning to put something on the calendar very soon. So I'm excited about that. And the lady that I decided to go with, I really had to pray about that, you know, who to choose, because, you know, it's very intimate, you know, when you're in a hospital for one, but then especially like in labor and delivery. You know, I've had the opportunity to be there, not actually see labor and delivery go forth, well, the delivery, but labor from family members who, you know, been in the hospital. And so I understand it's very intimate, and you kind of just really want people there who have your best interests at heart. You want people there who have a good spirit, a right spirit, a pure heart. You know, I don't need nobody in there just talking negatively or just any type of vibes like that. I'm not there for it. So not to say that the other person did not, I didn't get that vibe, because both of them were really good, strong candidates. But at the end of the day, I was just like, okay, Lord, you're gonna have to lead me to choose the right person. And I believe he spoke to me and told me who, and so that's why I hired this person. So I'm so excited to begin to, you know, meet with her and just get the information that I need, not only for myself, but even for my husband, that he will be able to get the information that he needs to support me as we birth this handsome little baby boy. And so I'm so excited about that. As far as a name for him, I believe that we have decided on one, and we probably share it with some people here and there, but we're really not ready, because just in case there's another name that, you know, we are more interested in, then, you know, we want to just make sure that this is the name. And we have like the first name, I believe, but we don't have the middle name yet. Of course, y'all know the last name. Well, some of you may know the last name if you already know my last name. But yeah, the middle name, I have a name that I want. Ty, he's not really feeling that name, so I'm praying that the Lord will open his eyes. But if not, we'll choose something else that we both can agree on. But I believe the first name, we do agree on this name, and it just makes perfect sense for this name. So some of you probably already know. If you do, don't go putting stuff in the, well, actually, you know what? Help us out. Of course, we want the name to start with a T. My name is Taryn. My husband's name is Ty. We have Taylor. And yeah, we can't just do little man like that and just give him something different. It would just be kind of weird. not to say that you couldn't, but you know, we just want to keep it going with the flow of the teas. So I've been looking for a tea name for a boy, and so if you all have any recommendations, please drop them in the comments below. But yeah, so that's what's going on. We're excited about that and just trying to figure that out. It may be one of those things where I'm like, let me just wait to see him, you know, when he gets here, and then, you know, we'll really be firm on that decision of his name. It's not like anything that I'm pressed to have figured out like right now at this moment. Even though it would help, of course, if I'm purchasing certain things that I want to get custom, you know, made for him and stuff like that. But you know, we still have some time, so we'll hopefully decide something very soon for that. So some of the body changes that I have experienced since you know, that I'm 27 weeks and moving along have been, of course, I feel a lot heavier, and this is a lot different from my first pregnancy. It just seems like it just happened so soon to where I feel like my stomach is sitting right in my lap, like, and maybe that's a good thing, because maybe that means that he is, you know, getting lower like he, you know, supposed to, from what I understand. And so it just feels sometimes that he's a lot heavier. The good thing about that is, you know, I know some women when the baby is heavy, or it feels like it's pulling on them to where it's sitting in their lap, it can cause back pains, but I have not had any back pain, so I'm thankful for that. If I do stand on my feet too long, sometimes I can start to feel like, you know, just some heaviness and some discomfort, not any pain, but that it is a signal for me to say, okay, let me go sit down somewhere, you know, because I will try to do it all and take care of whatever I need to take care of, and skip out on just resting sometimes. So I did, you know, it was like maybe a day or two ago where I really felt like, okay, I'm drained, I need to just sit down. It was just a big discomfort for me, and so I just sat down, I put my feet up and just watched some TV, and I think that kind of helped me to just relax, and you know, just those moments that you have to take for yourself when you're pregnant. So sleeping has been actually pretty good considering the circumstance. I still have the pillow that I use is a Snuggle. I think that's what it's called, a big old body pillow that I use, and I have that wrapped around me some kind of creative way, and then I have my head pillow. But those two things really are all that I need, and just sleeping for me has been good. And I find myself often just waking up in the morning in the same position, not doing a whole lot of tossing and turning. You know, I think where I put the body pillow underneath my belly to kind of give that support, so all the weight won't seem like it's shifting on one side. That's been helping a whole lot with just trying to, you know, just find that best way for me to rest, and sleeping has been great for me. I will say that I have noticed that I'm starting to like sweat a whole lot now, and you know, the temperature, as far as like the heat being on, you know, we're in the winter season, of course, and so we do have our heater on, but it's not on like out of the ordinary, that, you know, how we normally would keep it on. But I have noticed that I am sweating a lot, and even earlier today, I felt like I was just hot for some reason, and I asked my husband, I was like, okay, am I the only one hot, or are you hot too? And he said that he was fine, he was comfortable. Normally I am like the cold natured person, and so for me to be like hot and he's okay, I was like, okay, maybe it's something dealing with, you know, my body, pregnancy changes, all of that type of stuff. And so I noticed that as well, that body temperature, I think it's starting to pick up a little bit, and so that's one thing that I have noticed also. As far as body changes, I did notice that my stomach had started itching a whole lot more. I think in my previous video I was sharing that, you know, it hadn't really started as much, but it has been itching a lot lately. And so the product that I was using, the Palmer's, the oil that I was using on my belly, I ran out of that, and so I was like, okay, well, let me try something different. So I actually found this product thanks to somebody who was on YouTube. I just looked at just some videos on YouTube to see what some of other mothers used, and this is what I've been using. And I apply it in the morning, you know, or when I take a shower, and it's been perfect. I don't feel like I have to go and reapply this to my stomach like in the middle of the day. It's really, especially in the wintertime, you know, your skin is already dry, and so you just wintertime and pregnancy, and you just feel so dry. But this stuff, and you really don't even need a whole lot of it. Like, it goes a long way. I don't know if you all will be able to see that or not, but I really just take a dab of it because it's like so thick. And it really works. You know, if I do run out of this, then I'll probably just go back and get some more of this because I really like, you know, what I'm getting out of it. Sometimes I will also go and apply some grapeseed oil on my stomach as well, just to kind of give it a little extra more oil. But for the most part, this is all I use, and it's working perfectly for me. Another product that I am using, I showed you all this before because I got the sampler package, and it had like three or four different teas in it. But one of the teas that was in that sampler package was the Organic Peaceful Mama tea. Right here. Can you see it? There you go. So yeah, I ended up just picking up a box of this because I really like this tea. I drink it in the morning. Sometimes I drink it at night. But I just put a little bit of honey in it, and I'm good to go. But it tastes good. I told you that I'm not a huge tea person, but you know, if I have to drink it, or you know, if I want to, you know, go with a more healthier option other than coffee, then this is like my go-to tea. Now, as far as coffee, I still drink coffee, but I've only been doing decaf, which is a big thing for me. So I think with coffee, for me, I just like the comfort of it. I was talking with my sister about that. I just like, you know, having my little cup of coffee and just sitting with my feet propped up and just drinking it. I don't know, it's just something about coffee that I love. I don't drink it every day, but I still have my coffee from time to time. So let's talk about this weight. Honestly, I have not gotten on the scale in a while. I think before Christmas, I got on the scale before we, you know, went traveling, and you know, we went to Alabama to go see my family, and we were there probably for about a week. And so before then, I did get on the scale, and y'all, I did not like that number on the scale. Even though I was trying my best to be consistent with working out, it was like when the holidays came, it was just yeah, it was very challenging. But I think when the last time I got on the scale, and according to this app that I follow, I think I was a little bit over my the average weight that I probably should have been. So it was kind of like a wake-up call, like, all right, Taryn, you know, understand with being pregnant, you know, you're going to gain weight, and so I'm not putting any type of pressure on myself, and I'm not even trying to encourage you to put pressure on yourself if you are expecting, but just being mindful, you know, and that's really what it comes down to. So with holidays, I ate a whole lot of good food. It was good to me. I don't know if it was good for me, but you know, I splurged a whole lot during the holidays. Breakfast, lunch, I didn't do too much, but dinner, of course, you know, we were going in. And I don't know if you're from the South, you know, like in the morning time, breakfast is a big thing. And so the time that we were there, like, we ate so good. And I say that meaning good, like it was delicious, but it wasn't necessarily like good for you. But we enjoyed ourselves, we indulged. I wasn't going to like just hold myself or put myself on this diet while I was at home. But once I got back home, I really got back into the swing of things with eating right and working out. Still going on YouTube, watching videos, doing some stretching, doing a little bit of cardio. And the thing about it is, I can tell that, you know, I'm thankful that in the stretching, like when I do the stretching exercises. It does not feel like a strain to my body. It feels like I'm at a good place. And so I make sure that I don't overdo it. You know, if it's like a 30-minute video and I can only go 15 minutes, I'm cutting it off, because I'm not going to do that to myself. And so I've really been trying to get back on track. Eating habits also. I think that because we ate like heavy breakfast the whole week, you know, while we were there in Alabama, once I got back home, I went back to like oatmeal, and now I'm really in the mood for like smoothie bowls in the morning time. So I started making those, in which I'm super excited about. I do some smoothies. I'll do maybe a couple of boiled eggs, and what else? Sometimes I'll do toast. I've gotten back on my avocado toast with the Ezekiel cinnamon raisin bread, so I'm so glad that, you know, I got my taste back for that. And because at one point that was a food aversion for me as well, like anything avocado, just I don't know what was going on. It was a mental thing probably, but I'm glad that I'm getting back on that and enjoying the healthier foods now. So yes, I'm excited about that. And going into the 3rd trimester, especially when you begin to gain a whole lot more weight, I think this is a good place for me, that I'm starting to focus more on exercising and eating right as I prepare, because I do want my body to be ready to, you know, once I get ready to go into labor and delivery, I, you know, want my body to be able to give its best that it needs to give during that process. Lastly, I wanted to share just a quick testimony with you all. We were trying to figure out what we were going to do for little man's bed and furniture for his room for the nursery. And so we have Taylor's crib that she has, because it converts into a toddler bed, but I was looking at something else for her, like something else that I wanted to purchase for her room, like another bed. But we ended up getting a message from someone asking if, you know, we could use a crib, if we could use a dresser, if we could use a changing table, all spanking brand new. And they sent us pictures of it, and I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, y'all. Oh my goodness, it's so modern. The crib, even the changing table, it's just like, and then from what what she shared with us is that I think the crib alone cost $800, and we paid nothing for it. So thank you, Lord. He just always comes through. And so we have Taylor's bed. I think we're gonna paint her bed white, because I want it to match her room. And that was my thing. It was like, do we want to buy a white bed for her, or do we just want to paint what we already have? And so with that, you know, being said, I think we're going to keep her crib, because it even converts into a toddler bed. But then I think you can also use like the frame for a full-size bed, I believe. And so I'm like, we might as well just paint it. You know, that should be a smooth process. So hubby said that he's going to paint it, and we have little man's bed that we have not set up, because I still have to get his room painted, and just kind of the plan for what I want to do for that. But God is so good, just with providing for us everything that we need in this season to prepare, and to continue to move forward. So that is my pregnancy update. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Y'all, we are moving. Oh my goodness. So next week I will be hitting the 3rd trimester, and I can't believe like this time is like going so fast. I don't even know if we're going to do a baby shower or not, because of where we live, and everybody else is kind of further away. We'll see. I'm not pressed for it. We did actually set up a registry on Babies R Us. And I started adding items to it. I already have items on there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a registry on Amazon or not. I've been kind of going back and forth about that. So, but we do have a Babies R Us registry that I went ahead and set up and added some things in there. Thankfully, we have a few items that we had from Taylor, you know, so from when we had Taylor. So I don't have to, you know, I don't have need for those items. So it makes it a lot easier with some of the things that, you know, having kids kind of close together in age. Thank you for your love, your support. Thank you for watching. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. make sure you share and let people know about Revamp Mommy and what it's all about. Yes, this is pregnancy season for me, but it's a whole lot more to come from Revamp Mommy. A whole lot more things that, you know, I desire to do on this channel, content to create for you, to encourage you. So I wouldn't be right if I didn't show you a belly shot, right? You want to see the belly? You want to see this belly? Okay, everybody, here is the big belly. I have to stand on my tippy toes, but there you go. You can see some of that. It's really growing. Like I said, it's heavy. But I think I want to say that I'm still all belly. Like, I haven't really noticed pregnancy in my face, but yes, y'all, this is it. Thank you for watching Revamp Mommy channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. Make sure you do all of that. And until next time, make sure you keep the revamp going. Bye.